Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to solve another problem. Problem is jump game 3. So I have already made video on jump game 6 and 1. So if you have not checked that video, you can check out. The link will be in the description. Let's continue with this problem. Given an array of non-negative integers, you are initially positioned at start index of the array. So start is the index which we are currently at. When you are at index I, you can jump to I plus ARR of I or I minus ARR of I. Check if you can reach to any index with value 0. So we need to reach to any index which has value 0. Notice that you cannot jump outside of the array at any time. So let's see what the problem is. Let's take this test case. So this array is given. I have done the indexing and the start point is 5. That is start index is 5. We'll be starting from here, and from current I, we are current index I, we can go either to I plus ARR of I, that means the current index and the current index value, the current index and the current index value, or you can go to I minus ARR of I. So whenever you are current at a particular index, you can either go here uh, I plus ARR of I, or you can go to I minus ARR of I index. So let's see. So see, we have two choices. From a particular I, we can either go this way or we can go this way, right? So when you have choices, we can use recursion. So let's see, let's try run. So if we are currently at index 5, that means here, from here we have two options. We have two options. So we have two options. One is that we can go to I plus ARR of I. So I, currently our I is 5. I is 5. We have to start from 5. So I is 5. We can go at I plus ARR of I. 5 plus ARR of I is 1. So 5 plus 1, 6. So that is our next I could be 6. Or what we can do is we can go to I minus ARR of I. That is I is 6, I is 5 minus ARR of I is 4. 1. ARR of I is 1. So we can either go to 4. That is I is equal to 4. So let's finish this call first. So when we are at I6, either we can go to 6 I plus ARR of I. ARR of 6 is 2. That is 8. That means I is 8. Otherwise, what you can do is you can go to 6 minus ARR of I. ARR of I means 6, which is 2. So you can go to 4. I is equal to 4. Now see, this is invalid. This is invalid because this is going out of bound. Our max index is 6, right? So we cannot go to I is equal to 8. So here you will return. So this could be our base case when the current I becomes greater than or equal to the length of the array. Then return. This will be our base case. Return false. Return false. Right. Now let's see this call. So in this call, either we can go from 4 index to 4 plus ARR of 4, which is 3, or you can go to 4 minus ARR of 4, which is 3. So either you can go to 7 or you can go to 1. So see, this is also invalid. I is equal to 7 is out of bound, so you cannot go. So this here you will return. This is base case. And let's see this one. So when I is 1, when I is 1 means our index is 1, so 1 plus ARR of 1. ARR of 1 is 2. So we can go to I is equal to 3. Or when I is 1, we can go to 1 minus ARR of 1. ARR of 1 is 2. So minus 1. See, -1 is invalid index because the indexes cannot be negative. So this is also base case. Return I is equal to 3. So if you see the question, in the question we have to check whether we can reach to any index with value 0. See, over here 3 index has value 0. Over here we got 3 index. We got 3 index and we got a value, we reached to an index where value is 3, where value is 0. See, 3 index has value 0. So from here you can return true that we reach to an index ARR of I is 0. So you can return true. You can return true from here. So the path which gives us the answer is when you go here, then from here you go to this path, and then from here you go to this path, and from here you go to this path. So this is your recursive tree. You can also expand this one, this I is equal to 4. So I hope you understood the approach. We are at every point we are just making two recursive calls, this to I plus ARR of I and to I minus ARR of I. So what we are doing is basically, let's quickly revise. So if we are at current I, we can go to I plus ARR of I, or we can go to I minus ARR of I. So uh, what we will do is we will return, let's say this recursive call returns x and this recursive call returns y. So the answer will be either true or false, like they will be returning either true either false depending on whether we can reach to any index which has value 0. So suppose like x returns true and y has false, x has true value and y is false. So we will be returning x or y or, because we have to just tell whether we can reach to any index which has value 0. So either if we got any true value means we can reach. So if we do and over here, then true and false will become false, which will say that no, there is no path, but there was a path, that's why we got true now. So that's why we are using or, that is true or false, so it will give us true. So I hope you understood the dry run approach. If you got this, the code is very simple. Let's see the code. So code is in Python, but it could be easily converted to C++ or Java. There's nothing complex or no inbuilt function used. So we'll be given can reach function. It will have a array and the start index. We will be having helper. Let's name a function helper, and in that we'll be passing array or start, or no need, over here there is no need to actually make a helper function, because you can use this function also can reach, because parameters are same, array and start. Also we will be maintaining a visited array which will tell us which all indexes are visited. So why we are making a visited array, let's see that. See, over here if you see closely, see, this is I is equal to 4, which we evaluated. Over here also I is equal to 4 was coming. So once we have completed this call, this left call, when we will go to right call, we'll be doing same thing. I is equal to 4, we will be doing 4 plus ARR of 4, which is 3 and which is 7, and again we'll be doing 4 minus 3, which will be 1. So this is same, see, this is same as this over here. So why to do the same thing again? So since we have already evaluated I is equal to 4, we will be not evaluating again. So once we have visited a particular index, like 4 index we visited, we evaluated 4, this 4 index, we will mark it as true. We have visited it. Similarly, when we started from I is equal to 5, I is equal to 5, we'll mark it as true. So that's why we are taking the visited array. Initially it's false, length of array, the size of the visited array. And these are the two base cases which we discussed. If the I value is greater than length of array or equal to, or it is less than 0, return false. If the current I value, ARR of I is 0, means which we got to an index where value is 0, so return true. If the visited I is already true, means we have already visited this I index, just return false. No, we will be not visiting it again. And if none of these conditions are true, means just mark visited true because we have visited this index, and make two recursive calls, one to I plus ARR of I and one to I minus ARR of I. The results will be stored in x and y, and we'll be returning x or y because these all are returning boolean values. So x or y will have either true or false. We'll be returning x or y. So let's submit it. I hope you understood the code. So I hope you understood the code. It's very simple. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comments. And if you like the video, please like it, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.